Howdy do, buckaroos. Well, how the heck are you? I'm kind of relaxing this weekend, trying to take it easy. I'm going to be doing some grilling. I got sweet potatoes on there as we speak, but I've got some steak and some pork marinating and some shrimp. Actually, it's going to be a 3-meter. Also got some green beans that I snapped and blanched this morning. Right now I got them mixed with some onions and some various other seasoning. Do some mushrooms so that I top the steak with those. I got this one from Springfield Brewing Company the other day. Yesterday, actually, last night, as a matter of fact. This is their wheat wine. I got a Crowler of the wheat wine. These are kind of interesting, aren't they? Springfield Brewing Company started doing these Crowlers a couple weeks ago, or a few weeks ago, anyway. It's 8.5, 25 IBUs. I think this one ran me about $8 for the 32-ounce can. Feels a little expensive, I guess, but then again, I mean, I've paid, if you figure if you're buying a growler, which is typically 64 ounces, that's $16. I mean, I've certainly paid $16 to $20 for, 8.5, or even less, to be honest with you. There was one I didn't buy a while back. I don't want to mention the name because they wanted $20 for the thing without the growler. So, anyways, but yeah, but it is kind of different. The problem with them, obviously, is once they're popped, you're kind of committed to drinking 32 ounces of beer. But I think these would be great to take to picnics, though, or barbecue, that kind of thing, because I mean, if you're sharing, you know what I mean? You pop it, you pour, you give, 4 people 8 ounces, or, and there you go. There's your 32 ounces. Everybody gets a sample of it. So there you go. Buy several of these, and you can split them, all day long. But anyways, so let's have a drink. I had this. I said I'm going to take a drink, then I'll start talking. Oh God, I love this thing. Wow, it's different. 8.5%, man, it hides it very well. The aromas are interesting. It's very earthy, very herbal. Almost has wine-like qualities about it. It's nice. It's 8.5%, so you wouldn't think a beer like this to follow the refreshing category, but it does. I mean, it's got a very inviting color, very summer-like color. So it feels like a refreshing ale, but it is 8.5%, so that's why I poured in this little glass here, so I wouldn't drink her too fast, because that's 8.5%, man. There was a time when the SBC was known for just doing kind of middle-of-the-road stuff, but they really kicked it up a notch over the last few years. I mean, they're doing some great stuff. This one, they don't bottle. I wish they did, even if they did it in a bomber format, large bottle format, because this is a beer geek beer. Their other stuff is great everyday kind of stuff, but what's real popular amongst craft beer nerd snobs, whatever these days, are these serious, great big in your face beer geek beers, and that's what this is. This is a serious beer geek beer. It's just bright, it's refreshing. I said herbal earlier, but now I'm getting some notes of getting some lemon zest like notes out of her. But what's interesting about it is the finish. It's got this crisp, almost champagne-like kind of finish to it. That's just beautiful. Oh. You can certainly feel the wheat. It's got that soft wheat texture. You can feel it all the way through the beer. But there are some other notes, as I mentioned. I mean, it's very herbal. I am getting some of those lemon-like notes all the way through it as well. So, anyways, hey, I'm trying to beer whisper. I'm hanging out on the patio on a Saturday. I'm gonna be throwing some meat on here shortly. We'll talk to you later. There, how are you? It's Tom the Beer Whisperer. I got such a nice pour, I thought I'd keep talking. Look at that, my second glass of this. Boy, that poured nice. The Crowler, let me read this. The Crowler, that's fresh. What is this magical vessel you're holding? It's a can. It's a growler. It's a Crowler. Excuse me. A Crowler gives you all the amazing freshness of a growler, but in a 100% UV protected can. This deliciousness of this can is only good for a short time, and while you're reading this, your beer is losing integrity. Seriously, drink this now. Well, I used to tell you on growlers, you've got 5 days or so, but they're telling you here to drink the baby right away. And I, that's what I said earlier. The nice thing is it's a can. The bad thing is once you pop it, you got to drink it. So, you got 32 ounces you're kind of committed to if you're drinking them yourself. But if you've got a partner you can split with, there you go. You got 2 pints right there. I'm drinking this one myself. By golly, I'm committed. I ought to be committed. Anyway, but that's a whole other story. I do like this one. This one just blows me away because it's both satisfying and refreshing. Most beers don't have both qualities, or either one or the other. The 8.5% is hidden well. I'm telling you what, it just pours beautifully. You can, you can smell the wheat on the nose. It's very herbal, as I said before, very earthy. But I'm also getting some citrus, specifically some lemon zest-like notes. It's just wonderful. I actually had this I had some ice in the cooler, so when I got it last night, I just come home and stuck it in the cooler. So it's actually probably colder than having it in the fridge. It was awful cold. So this second glass is a little warmer now that I've got it out of the cooler. It was so cold, you could see the condensation on the glass. That's how cold it was in that can. But ice cold, it was tasty. Yeah, it sure was. But I am getting some other things from her now that it's warmed up, because this is a beer, even though it's got that summer kind of look and feel about it, 8.5%, it really is more of that refreshing style that you can let it warm up, and it's still going to be good. Oh, yeah. Gosh, I don't know what it is about this beer, man, but I just love the heck out of it. It's just, I guess because it's just a little different, right? There are some other wheat wines. They're certainly not the first to do one. But it's not something you see a whole lot of, especially right now. It's certainly not a trendy style. But I don't know what it is, man. I was talking to someone at a couple folks the other day when I had it a couple weeks ago. And it was one of those things. The one really liked it, one didn't at all. And I think it's probably going to be one of those hit and miss beers for folks. There's certain flavors, it does certain things. You're either going to say, oh, I get it, or oh, I don't. And for me, I just get it. Probably run longer than I need to, but I just felt like yapping. So, Sumi, hey, this is Tom the Beer Whisperer. I'll talk to you later, man.